everyone, it's Alyssa coming at you with another slow fashion video. This week it's the second Sunday of the month, so I am doing a shop your closet video where I recreate two looks that I find either on Instagram or Pinterest, and I recreate them using what I already have in my closet. And I really do take time to break down and analyze the looks. So I hope you like the video. Let's jump on in. This week's looks are brought to us by the amazing Karen Britchick. I imitated one of her looks a while back, but whenever summer and the warmer weather hits, I feel like her sense of style is a perfect match for just having fun with style and having a more playful season. This first look that I've chosen is very fun and summery, and before going into my closet, I really take the time to break down this outfit into elements that I can control, because it's highly unlikely I own the pieces that she's wearing, and I don't want that to make me upset. I have so much in my closet already. So the first thing that I look at is the overall style vibe. I try and identify the attitude that this look is giving off, and that'll help me identify those same adjectives and descriptors in my own closet. So I would definitely say, gosh, summer fun? I don't know. I also want to say eccentric. All of those metallics and the prints and the scarf and the skirt. Gosh, it's just like a party. I also want to say a little bit artistic, perhaps bohemian, because we've got a lot of movement. The next thing I look at are the silhouette and proportions, and I think in this section it's also really important to identify what proportions and silhouette can work on your own body and adjust the look to that. So here, if we're looking at the silhouette, I would say it's fairly clean cut and simple. The scarf is really fitted to her body, and the skirt, while it has a lot of volume, is still very straight and has a nice A-line effect. We've got a really nice proportion play of that high waist and long skirt, which really elongates, and again, a very fitted and minimal top. And finally, I look at the styling hacks, and that has everything to do with how she's wearing the pieces versus what she's actually wearing. So the first styling hack here is that she's styled a silk scarf into a tube top, and I think this is just such a beautiful way to get more use out of your scarves, especially if it's a scarf where the pattern is just so beautiful that you want to show it off. Aside from that, there aren't a lot of other styling hacks. She's using a really great mix of colors. Her shoes don't necessarily match her handbag or the top, but they are playing a little bit into the gold and orange in her scarf. So I think she's really using the colors in the scarf to inform the rest of her outfit. She's got a nice statement pendant, which I think for most of us could have been a bit of a risk because there's already so much going on with the metallic and the scarf, but I think that's really important to note. And the fact that she's wearing a bag on her shoulder and not crossbody or in her hand shows that there's a great balance between functionality and that nice little ladylike bohemian quality that we're seeing. So now that I've broken down that look into elements that are actually within my control, I will go ahead and see how I can shop my closet. The whole base of this look is really the skirt and the scarf. I only have one scarf that's big enough, but I do have an accordion metallic skirt. It's not lame, but it'll still work. Hang on. So I have my accordion pleated skirt that does sit higher on the waist and is that nice long midi length. Does yours have to be accordion pleated or metallic? No. I think what's important is having a little bit of flow and a somewhat long proportion on the bottom half of your body. And then for the scarf, I've chosen this one. Thank goodness the colors kind of work together. There isn't as much beautiful contrast between my scarf and the skirt as Karen's, but I do think the red and the blues do pop a little bit against this metallic, so that's gonna work fine. Now for the accessories. I find it interesting that the bag is a little bit heavier than one would expect to be wearing with this look, but I think that's the beauty of Karen's outfits. There's always an unexpected element. Okay, so for the shoes, I have these. I like that they still kind of incorporate a little bit of that tone of my scarf, the beige, but then I get a little pop of random color from this little tie up here. For the bag, I don't know how this is gonna turn out, honestly. This is the darkest bag that I have. I say this pretty much every time now that I definitely need to up my bag game. The only other option is this. However, I think the tones might be too similar. The only pendant necklace I have is this one here, which I can wear a little bit shorter. Minimalist and simple, and I thought that was great because we've got kind of two very different styles. In terms of describing this look, ease, effortless, and I want to say a little bit bohemian and earthy because of the sandals and the texture of the bag, and casual I think is a good word here. When it comes to the silhouette and proportion, the silhouette is really interesting here. It really lends to that whole relaxed, casual vibe with the width of the pants, but it's a nice straight cut, juxtaposed with something a little bit softer and loose. So that's really important to have that mix of silhouettes. And in terms of proportion, this is very similar to the last one, where we've got a longer, wider pant. So she's really playing around with the volume on her bottom half and keeping the top half close to her body. Now for the styling hacks. First thing is a monochromatic palette with the all white top and bottom. And I think texture play is the next biggest piece, and that's what adds so much personality to this look. The beaded bag, the earthiness of the shoes with the platform. She's also got a bold red lip. I am still in search of a bold red lipstick, but that is also a very important accessory. Oh, and she's also quasi-tucked the corner of her top in. And the way you tuck your top, I think, can make such a difference. So let's see what I can find in my closet. Okay, so to start us off, I have a silk creamy peachy camisole that is the same cut and silhouette. It's definitely not the same material. I think her pants on top are linen or cotton, which really brings out that summer vibe. This silk will elevate the look a little bit, but I'm hoping it'll still work. For the pants, they're a lighter denim versus a linen, but we're nailing the proportion and the silhouette here. So I'm gonna go with that. My color palette is also not true monochromatic, but it is all in a lighter palette. I have my Chic Made Consciously bangle, which is a really cool hammered brass. It's a lot more minimal than Karen's, but I think it'll still do the job in adding a little bit of adornment on my wrist. Ah, and the purse and the sandals. Hand-woven bag from Sicily. It's not beaded, but it still has that really interesting texture that I also think will help kind of downplay that silk. And the most earthy sandals that I have are my awesome Brave Soul Gladiator sandals. They don't have the platform, but they really do have the same, like I said, earthy vibes. So I'm nailing that, which is good. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. Let me know if you thought those looks were a hit or a miss. I definitely loved them and will probably wear both in some iteration or other this summer. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know if I already said that. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it or if you learned something new. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I will be back next week with another slow fashion video. Thank you so much for watching again. Okay, bye, ciao.